Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today's topic is, will a healthy marriage be 50-50 actually? Let's dive into this. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining in to the Titus Dean Beard podcast. I greatly appreciate it. If you will subscribe, thank you so much for subscribing. I greatly appreciate that. And if you have not subscribed yet, please go ahead and smash that subscribe button, turn on post notifications so you can be notified when I drop a video. And if anybody's feeling generous, go ahead and give a like and comment any thoughts you have. Well, let's get into this. Will a healthy marriage be 50-50 actually? Well, I'll say this right now. One of the worst marriage advice that I have ever received, when somebody said to me that marriage will be 50-50. One of the worst. It's literally the worst marriage advice I've ever received. Or in the conversation, I should say. So I'm going to go ahead and explain and break this down, because I'm not just going to say that. I want you to actually realize that there's some substance behind why I'm saying that this is one of the worst pieces of marriage advice that I've ever received. So some people think that marriage will be 50-50. You give your part and I'll give my part. Well, I want to let you know that in my household, there's no 50-50 marriage. Now, we do have our designated things that we do. I typically fold the laundry. That's my wife and I's clothes. She typically folds the towels and my daughter Nyla's clothes. We typically alternate dishes. We typically alternate when we would give Nyla a bath. So there's certain things that you may have designated for each spouse to achieve when it comes to taking care of the household. Maybe one works, maybe one doesn't. Should be the man works, right? And maybe the woman doesn't. Maybe that's how it is in your household. In ours, we both worked. Right now, my wife's in barber school, but in general, yes, we will both work. So you have your designated chores or designated positions or designated a job, whatever it is that you do. But I want you to realize that it will never, ever, ever be 50-50. I want you to get this. Sometimes having those designated chores or positions, they will not go as planned. What I mean by this is, let me give an example. My wife and I, like I said, have our designated things that we do. Now, recently, I have been doing the dishes more. And why I say that is because she now is in barber school. She goes Tuesday through Saturday, and she's there she's away for about 11 hours. Or maybe closer to 10. Rather closer to 10, right? She's at barber school from 9 to about 6, and it's a 40-minute drive each way to get there. You're looking at about 10 hours, maybe a little more. So quite naturally, I'm going to pick up the slack. Now, that's nothing against her. She did the same thing for me recently. Recently, I had gone through a pretty rough mental health time. And it was about for a month until I began to get a little better. Maybe I think it was some seasonal depression I had gone through. She picked up my slack. She did the dishes more then. She folded the clothes. Maybe your wife is pregnant. She's feeling tired, down, out. Maybe she just had the baby. You got to pick up the slack. It will never be 50-50. There may be a situation that goes on. Maybe your husband gets injured. Maybe your wife gets injured. Maybe your wife had the baby. And it's postpartum. And it's early in postpartum. She's tired. She pick up the slack. I saw a video on TikTok. It's a video of a woman. With the men in general, I want you to get this. There was a video I came across on TikTok. And there was a woman who had posted some phrases in the TikTok video. She was saying, my husband got off work. He's on the couch on his phone. He's laying down. You can see him in the background. He's chilling out, laying down. Got his feet propped up. She's cooking dinner. She's dealing with the kids all at the same time. She's trying to finish up dinner. And I think she was saying that after that, she's going to clean everything. And after he eats, he's going to go and do his own thing. She's going to still clean up, still taking care of the kids. And she said that it goes on like this quite often. Most likely every day. And in my mind, I said, this is not right. Men, listen up. I don't care if you just worked a 10-hour shift. If your wife is a housewife or if you got kids, a stay-at-home mom, I do not care if you have worked 10-hour days. I don't care if you're a construction worker or you sat at a desk all day. I don't care how tired you are. That woman is most likely just as tired or more tired than you. That woman just worked her butt off all day. Doing what? Taking care of your kids. Going to the store, buying dinner to feed you. Cook the dinner for you. Did all of these things clean the house for who? You. Now, of course, it'll be for the benefit of the whole family, but still, I'm just trying to get the men to see, just because you worked a 10-hour shift don't mean your day over. If you got kids or you got a wife, you come home and you help them. Now, you may not help cook dinner. I get it, right? Maybe your woman say, hey, look, I don't want your hands on it, okay? I'm sure dinner, it's just some things I can't cook. My wife is much better at it, okay? But still, come home and help your woman out. If it's taking the kids upstairs, like me, I'll come home. I'll grab Nyla. Especially before. Now, like I say, it's a little different. Our dynamic is a little different because my wife is in barber school. But before, she would get home before me. Dang her every day. I would take Nyla with me. Nyla, come on. You've been with your mom for an hour or two, or maybe the whole day if she was off that day. Come with daddy. We're going to let mama finish dinner. Or I'm going to sit in there with Nyla, tend to her, and I'm going to help mama cook dinner. Stop acting like you above doing stuff around the house, men. That is one of your duties. That's why I say there's no such thing as no 50-50 marriage. Because you may think, oh, if it's 50-50, I don't got to do that. I did my part. I already went to work. I provided for the household. So now in the back of your mind, you thinking I ain't got to do nothing. She takes care of the house. She takes care of the children. She cooks. That's her. I work. I don't got to do none of that. That's why that 50-50 mindset will make marriages fail. Get up and help your wife out. Get rid of that 50-50 mindset. You're not above taking care of your house. Clean up a little bit. The kids probably made a mess when mom was cooking. Clean up a little bit. Read a book to the kids or something. Play with the kids or something. Take the kids outside or something if it's nice outside. While she's finishing up dinner. Then after she's done cooking and after y'all done eating, get up and help her clean up the household. Help her finish help her put the kids to bed. Stop acting like you above doing stuff because you had the attitude of marriage is 50-50 and you did your part because you worked. You better help that woman out. And I'll tell you something right now. Let me tell you something now. I do that for my wife. You can ask her. I'm tired. It can be done. I don't care how tired you are. There's some days I come home from work, I got a headache. My back hurt. I'm in pain. But still, I help my wife out. That's what a real husband is supposed to do. So yeah, you may have designated chores. You may have designated positions in the marriage. But don't you ever feel like that because that's just your job, that you don't have to help the other one out and pick up their slack or help them out when they're going through a rough time. You're a team. Yeah, LeBron James may be a small forward. Then sometimes you'll see him playing point guard. Why? Because Austin Reeves or the other one's name, they may be injured or something. Whatever the point guard on the Lakers are, or whoever he is, rather. So what LeBron do? Teamwork. Picks up the slack. He plays point. Hey, AD, I pass it. I walk it down. I walk the ball down. I pass it down to AD. Go ahead and dunk on him. Go ahead and dunk on the opponent. We got this. We'll pick up the slack. It's the same way in marriage. Stop acting like everything's 50-50 because it's not. You want to have a healthy one. The second aspect I want to look at, I'm going to try to finish up here. The second aspect I want to look at is focusing on the numbers can cause issue. I kind of hit on that. Focusing on the numbers. If you say it's 50-50, so I don't have to do that. You're now putting yourself in a position where you think that you don't have to do something because that's not your job. Because you're saying, I only got 50, so this is my job. This is that. I'm only supposed to mow the lawn. I'm only supposed to take care of the gutters and stuff like that. I'm only supposed to work. I'm only supposed to wash the cars and this and that. Or maybe the woman. Oh no, I'm only supposed to clean. I'm only supposed to cook. Stop doing that. If one is lacking somewhere else, it is up to you as a spouse, as a team, to take responsibility and say, hey, honey, I got you. It happened recently with my wife and I. It is healthy. It's beautiful. Imagine how she would have been if I adopted the attitude, I don't got to do that. I already did my dishes this time. What? That's why that 50-50 mindset doesn't work. The third aspect I'm going to look at is focus on you giving 100% effort in what you do in marriage. The only number that you should be looking at is the number that represents the effort that you give in what you do in marriage. Let me say that again. The only number is the number that represents the effort that you are putting in whatever it is that you are doing in marriage. Stop worrying about it being 50-50. Only focus on whatever you do to give 100%. So if you're doing more than your wife, if you're doing more than your husband because they got something going on and they may be slacking, that's fine. Stuff happens. It's called life. Like I say, Austin Reed, he may have gotten injured. That's fine. Hey, Austin, that's fine. Sit on the bench. Go be with the trainer. Get better. That's fine. But I got LeBron. LeBron say, I got you. And I'm going to put 100%. I mean, I may be a small forward on paper, but I'm going to give 100% here in this game because our point guard went down. Men, your point guard went down. Women, your point guard went down. So give 100% if you are helping them out. So give 100% whether you're helping them out or you're doing what you usually do in the marriage. Either way, you give 100%. But get rid of this 50-50 mindset thing, because what it does is it prohibits you from doing something that your spouse may usually do, and it then affects how healthy the marriage is. Get rid of the 50-50 mindset and get the mindset that whatever I'm doing in marriage, let me give 100%. That's the only number that you should be looking at. That's the only one. Will a healthy marriage be 50-50? Actually, with a short answer, is no. It will not be 50-50. But in everything you do, you give 100%. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. I greatly appreciate it. I hope this video was a blessing. Man, share this video, man. There's so many people that's struggling with marriages, that's struggling with dating relationships, man. This is the podcast for them. This is all I talk about. And really, this is something that's going to help, especially our young people. There's so many young people that grew up without fathers, or grew up without their parents' relationship or marriage working out. Just so much broken homes, and we need somebody to stand up and advocate for these topics and speak logic, have logic about these topics, so it makes sense to the people watching. They can better their lives, because at the end of the day, the thing that makes a society stand is when you have strong marriages and strong families. Well, ladies and gentlemen, once again, thank you so much for watching. Please go ahead and give this video a like, comment any thoughts you have, smash that subscribe button, turn on post notifications. You'll be notified anytime I drop a video on the Titus Dean Barrett podcast. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one.